Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH, and I am back for a little bit of a shorter video this time. I'm probably going to upload this in addition to my regular Saturday video here today. But I just wanted to do a quick recording, kind of a channel update, and yeah, just a thank you to you guys. As I am recording this, we are looking at my Illegally Cited YouTube channel page here. And surprisingly, believe it or not, we have reached over 500 subscribers. So that's really pretty awesome. So the channel has broken 500 subscribers at this point, and we're at 501 as we're talking right now. So that is pretty awesome. Thanks for all the subscribes and views and all that stuff. I really never, I mean, yeah, it's 500 is like virtually nothing compared to, the giant YouTubers that everyone seems to know. But you know what? I don't care. I'm not doing it for fame. I'm not doing it for, like making zillions of dollars and living off of YouTube money or anything like that. But yeah, no, I just think it's pretty cool that we hit the 500 milestone. So, like I said, that's really awesome. Thanks for the help with that, and definitely keep telling other people, keep watching and subscribing and whatnot. We've got a lot of stuff coming up on the channel. We're definitely not going to be slowing down here. And for those of you who have just joined over the past few months, like I said, the last few months have been actually pretty steady in a constant sort of growth for the channel, which is pretty fun to watch. I actually, even a month or two ago, I thought, oh, well, yeah, maybe we'll hit 500 by the end of the year. And then, like I said, the last few weeks have just been, more subscribers have been coming in, and we actually hit it before the end of this month, which is pretty cool. But yeah, for those of you who are new to the channel and maybe aren't familiar with a lot of the some of the content, I have a lot of videos on here so far, and I've tried to really organize things into playlists. So if there are certain types of videos that you really like, certain types of maybe that you don't care for as much, you can kind of find it easy to pick through and watch the content that you want to watch. And especially some of the older videos, now that the channel has more subscribers, I would invite you to go back and check out some of the earlier videos and Let's Plays and reviews and low vision spotlights, those kind of things. Like I was doing some organization the other day for the channel, and I noticed that, like I said, a lot of my earlier videos have very, very few views. Some even really have no views. So, like early on, I think if you liked the low vision spotlight that I did not too long ago on the channel for Left 4 Dead 2, one of actually my first Let's Play series, I did run through the campaigns, all of the campaigns for both Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. The Stanley Parable. I had a blast recording that one. That is, if you want a fun game, a funny game that is not, it doesn't rely on, let's say, your South Park humor, your vulgar humor, that kind of a thing. Stanley Parable is just a really funny game. I love that. I love the Stanley Parable. I've done a Let's Play for South Park, a couple of horror games like the Amnesia Machine for Pigs, a couple of other smaller ones, like the Dear Esther, which is kind of a story-based, kind of just a simple kind of walkthrough game, kind of one of those walking simulators as people call them. But as far as playlists go, like I said, if you're new to the channel, I do a lot of low vision spotlight videos. Used to call them quick looks, and that's just where I take a look at a mainstream game from a blind or low vision perspective. I do hardware reviews. I've done some assistive technology demos. I have a couple of, need to do more of these, but I have kind of geek loot spotlight, which is kind of like just looking at cool nerdy collectibles. Like I got my Ed 209 collectible and the Death Row Marv thing that I've done. I've got more that I need to add to that soon. So like I said, hardware reviews. And then I really started getting into iOS. So if you want to learn about some accessible iOS apps, accessible iOS games, low vision friendly games, there are playlists for all three of those as well. And when I was doing organization earlier this week, I actually grabbed some of the stray videos that maybe weren't associated with a playlist and really kind of added it so people could find them easier. So there's now a events and updates playlist, which is this video would fall into that, like channel updates, year in reviews, like what are my thoughts on gaming in 2015 or whatever, that kind of a thing. CSUN coverage, all my Apple and E3 coverage thoughts and stuff, all those types of things will be there. Channel milestones, I think I did one for like my 200th video, 300th video, this video, just and a few other bits and bobs that are in there just so you can find them easier. And then I made a tips, tricks, and troubleshooting playlist. Maybe the name of that may change. I'm not sure if I'm completely happy with that description, but for now that's what it is. And that's basically where you have things like, where I might demo the Windows 10 preview. I looked at the Acer Iconia tablet. It wasn't really a review, but I was looking at Windows 8 and the tablet. I looked at, setting up and troubleshooting these Turtle Beach headsets so they work properly. Just any kind of, any type of tech, nerdy, tip or troubleshooting or setup or, something like that. My Oculus videos are probably in there. As far as like my thoughts on the Oculus Rift, I've done a couple different things like that. So just, check around there. And so, I'm going to try to basically, whenever I upload a video, from now on, it should fall into at least some sort of playlist so that when people come back and find the channel, whenever they do decide to check it out or subscribe, you'll be able to find all the videos a little bit easier. So yeah, that's kind of a quick update. The only other thing I want to add is that I'm sorry that I really haven't replied in text to some of the comments on some of the videos. I have acknowledged them on Twitter, and I've acknowledged them on the channel if it's like a really major thing. But the problem is currently I'm waiting for YouTube to finally, they've been talking about it, but I don't know if or when they're actually going to do this now, I'm waiting for YouTube to disconnect Google Plus from needing to do YouTube comments. Because right now you have to link your YouTube channel or your YouTube account to Google Plus in order to reply. And I wouldn't really necessarily have a problem with that, except the software sometimes that I have to use to upload certain videos really just wants the core YouTube login, and it really does not like when I have my YouTube linked to my Google Plus, the videos and passwords authentication stuff won't work correctly. So I want to be able to account for those situations, but that means that I can't really reply right now to those to any text replies. So I do apologize. I am reading them, and maybe I should do, like, every once in a while I should keep track of those a little bit better, and maybe just do some response video every once in a while just to address those. But I really hope that Google does disconnect YouTube from that, because from what I can tell, over the past few months, they're actually disconnecting Google Plus, at least for being mandatory, for some of their other services. And I know I read something a few times a few months ago about them thinking about doing that for YouTube as well. So hopefully that does happen. So I just wanted to let you know on that. And like I said, this channel is, it's just something that, like I said, it's funny because it started out as a very simple way I had some friends say, hey, you should try this. And I thought, I should try this. And, originally, like my first few videos were this basic Minecraft area tour. And then I tried a couple of, early quick looks from a low vision point of view. And then, I tried my Left 4 Dead thing. But, I just thought, well, I don't know, I'll try a couple of videos and see what happens. And, I started this channel in what was it, like 2012, 2013. I really didn't know if I would be doing it in mid to late 2016. It's actually pretty interesting. But as it's been going on, yeah, I actually find myself, I like it more than I thought I did. And I think I've started to find my niche a little bit better. Going going more into, like I said, covering the mainstream games, and then covering the accessible stuff. iOS apps, iOS games. Oh, one other playlist I've started: PC accessible games. Check those out. If you want to be really impressed with an awesome mainstream game, go check out the video for the Skullgirls game, because man, did the developers of that, the way they made that work with screen readers is frankly what I want to see happen to, you know, every game in the future. I would love to see that eventually. I've also started looking at virtual reality and its accessibility. I've targeted developers a little bit of like, hey, I have some actual suggestions for making your content accessible to low vision, legally blind gamers, and maybe even people just wear glasses. So doing that, exploring VR content from a vision impaired perspective, games and experiences, what works, what doesn't, what's difficult with low vision. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot here, and I'm going to keep expanding it. And all this stuff that I'm doing is not, I'm not actually, getting paid by, like I know a lot of the conspiracies and accusations that people fly around on gaming sites and tech sites, and they're like, oh, you're just getting this for free, and you're getting paid to do a coverage for something. Nope. I don't know if I should be, I don't know if I should be proud or ashamed, and I think the answer is both yes. But everything that I have covered on this channel, aside from maybe one or two gifts from Jawbreaker, one of the other people you may have seen on the channel a little bit here and there, and which reminds me of another couple low vision, or another couple of playlists. You got my Minecraft co-op survival stuff, and we've got some co-op low vision spotlight videos with me and Jawbreaker going on there. But no, I mean, except for maybe one or two games that he has gifted me, and I gift him back every once in a while. I have everything that I cover on my channel has been purchased by myself. Yes, I have bought all these games via Steam sales, and bought all my, the devices I do for hardware reviews and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I just do it because I found it to be rather fun and interesting, and hopefully it entertains people and gives them something, um, like I said, entertaining or helpful, useful, whatever. And I believe it or not, actually, like I said, apparently 500 subscribers are starting to agree. So, like I said, thanks a lot for that again. As for the future of the channel, I definitely have more things coming. I've already got a lot of videos recorded that are already uploaded, and I just have to unlock them on a regular schedule. So again, if you are new to the channel and not quite sure what my regular update schedule is, I typically do 2 videos a week. For a while I did 1, but I've kind of got this recording down, and I've kind of been keeping up with it enough that I feel that I can, for now at least, reasonably do 2 videos a week. And I do one typically on a Wednesday, kind of like your hump day video, get something in the middle of the week. And then I do one on Saturdays. So, and I try to mix them up, kind of mix up the different types of videos. Maybe one, maybe it'll be an accessible video, maybe it'll be a low vision video or a hardware review or something else. Try to mix them up a little bit. But yeah, Wednesdays and Saturdays are typically the schedule. If we have a holiday or something really cool happens, or just for whatever reason, occasionally I might throw a bonus video in there, like I just did a couple of times. I think I did for the Labor Day holiday, and I did a bonus video for a VR thing I thought was really cool, virtual reality video I thought was really cool a few weeks ago. So you'll get those extra little bonuses snuck in every once in a while. And if you want to keep up on the channel updates and my other musings on Twitter, like I said at the end of every video, follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. And I usually try to announce, I've gotten a lot better about announcing and posting links to the videos for the channel as they are unlocked and uploaded for you guys. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, for the future, like I said, I just did pre-order. I did pre-order my iPhone 7 Plus 256 gig black version. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get it at launch day, I don't think, unless they move up the ship date, because I was having a little bit of weird trouble with their Apple Pay part of the Apple Store app when I tried to pre-order, but we went through in the end. So I should have my new phone by the end of the month or so. So I would say probably early October-ish, look for a hardware review of that. Maybe before then or around then, depending on if I do it on my existing phone or the iPhone 7. Looking at iOS 10 features, again, I'm very curious to check out this built-in camera magnifier app or feature thingy that they're doing. I especially want to see how that's going to work with the dual camera setup of the iPhone 7 Plus, if they're going to take advantage of that. And see what other things are happening in iOS 10. Sadly, from what I gather, or I'm not hearing anything, so I don't think or I don't know if we're getting a dark mode. Boo-hoo. That's one thing that I would really, really, really like, and I hope maybe they do that for a point release update, like an iOS 10.1 or something, maybe. But so we have that. I definitely have more games to cover. A few more accessible games to cover. I can already think of a couple that I want to record. Like I said, I've already got a lot of videos recorded already. More Geek Loot stuff, because I've got some pretty cool collectibles. Let's see, definitely more iOS stuff, accessible games, hardware reviews, and definitely more virtual reality content. As more things come out for the Oculus Rift, I will be looking for interesting things to cover there, both not just games, but also experiences, because what I find is that, I like playing games in Oculus Rift, but I find myself just as immersed in a fairly limited interactive experience. Sometimes, I don't really want something intense, something, I get home from work, I'm tired, I just, let's just kick back and, take a trip through a castle, or walk through, or, take a boat ride down the Grand Canyon, or, whatever, just kind of check out some experience. Like I said, the Apollo 11 thing is super cool. But yeah, a lot of VR stuff, and who knows, like when the Oculus Touch controllers come out, probably try to look into that at some point. Yeah, so I'm not really going to be slowing down, that I can tell. So again, thanks for the subscribes and the views. We're at 100. We're at 500, so that's pretty awesome. Keep them coming, and let's see how we get by the end of 2016 and beyond. So thanks again. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, and until next time, thanks again, and I will talk to you guys again later.